Hello world, and welcome to another episode of We love to talk about exciting subjects in science, medicine, robotics, astronomy, futuristic ideas, music, or anything interesting in the news. So let's get into it. Did you know in the news? A new study that explores how instructions and learning affect pain perception and the brain. Now, both learning and verbal instructions can influence how people perceive pain. The brain regions involved in processing pain are different from those involved in learning about pain. Now, the effects of learning and verbal instructions on pain perceptions are similar in people who learn through instructions and experience, and those who learn from experience alone. Now, however, the brain regions involved in learning do respond differently depending on how pain is learned. Now, think about that. The findings of this study suggest that new insights can be gained by measuring how instructions and learning interact to shape outcomes such as pain perception and brain activity. The investigators who conducted the study said that developing a better understanding of these processes may shed light on the mechanisms of therapeutic interventions such as cognitive behavioral therapy for chronic pain. Now, the method used, there were 40 healthy volunteers that were exposed to different levels of heat applied to the skin on one arm. They reported the intensity of the pain from each application of heat on a 8-point scale. At the same time, the brain responses were recorded using functional magnetic resonance imaging. Now, before each heat stimulus was applied, one or two different sounds was played. One sound was played before a low-level heat stimulus, and the other was played before a high-level heat stimulus. Now, the results for these participants in both the instructed and uninstructed groups reported greater pain when medium heat was administered after the sound cue for high heat than after the sound cue for low heat. Both groups also updated their reported expectations about pain as the relationship between sounds and heat reversed, indicating that expectations can influence pain as the environment changes, whether individuals are instructed about relationships or learn purely through experience. Now, the conclusion of the study, the findings of this study suggest that both learning and verbal instructions influence expectations and people's perception of pain, but responses differ in different regions of the brain. The investigators who conducted this study said that developing a better understanding of these processes may shed light on the mechanisms of therapeutic interventions, and again, as I said before, such as cognitive behavioral therapy for chronic pain. What do you think about this? What's your opinion? Let me know, guys. Until next time, stay safe, and I'll talk to you soon.